Let's meet our fighters. Introducing first out of the blue corner, Matt Sullivan.
Our first Muay Thai battle of the evening brings us Matt Sullivan out of Lafayette, Colorado. Making his way to the ring right now.
Ooh, this is a little shaft music.
I believe
kind of gets you
correct.
rolling, right? This is like this little shaft kind of. Dude, I'm just telling you, when shaft rolled, you know, it had some good stuff going. Shut your mouth, boy. The tradition of the Muay Thai garb, I love it.
Todd getting his dance going on over there. Not sure if that's showing up on the camera or not.
I don't know.
Let's hope not. Stewie got it going on.
I got to make sure that I'm in the camera so that they can see me.
It's all about you.
It is. I'm in my own little world.
Over the top rope entering the ring as per Muay Thai tradition. Then circling the ring, glove on the top rope. Paying homage to the fighters that have come before, as well as coaches and trainers. All right. See who's
His
next.
opponent out of the red corner, Leonard Vigil.
Mr. Vigil coming to us out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, representing the Chaos Fight Team.
Big boy at 120. 6 foot at 120.
My goodness.
It's like my broom.
Mr. Lalone, who we've seen recently, also a representative of the Chaos Fight Team. So, you know, these guys are getting good rounds in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Our current king of Sparta.
Speaking of that, Dylan Wayne is the headliner to the final preliminary card. Here's Chris Lalone. What's up, brother? And he was helped Dylan Wayne a lot in his training. Those two train a lot, quite a bit together.
Nice.
Man, that guy is silky smooth, isn't he?
Oh, gracious, yes.
How good is he going to be?
How good is he already?
Yeah. You know, he reminds me kind of Stevie Wonderboy Johnson a little
Oh,
bit.
good call.
A little bit like that, you know?
I
Kind of
like
like a
the
little bounce in his
comparison,
step,
yeah.
slim, strong.
Yeah.
On the United States Taekwondo team, I mean, come on.
All right, our tail of the tape gives us Matt Sullivan out of Lafayette, Colorado. He's the 28-year-old Muay Thai fighter with a 1-0 record, 5 feet 7 inches tall at 123 pounds, facing off against the aforementioned Leonard Vigil out of Colorado Springs. He's the 27-year-old Muay Thai stylist making his debut at 6 feet tall, 120 pounds. That is a lot of long and lean right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an elimination Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the Mike Maroney Ford, blue corner. He's a Muay Thai style fighter with a record of 1 win, no losses. He stands 5 foot 7 inches tall, weighed in at 123 pounds. With thrashers from Lafayette, Colorado, Matt Sullivan. His opponent out of the Twin Peaks red corner. He's a Muay Thai style fighter making his debut in Muay Thai. He stands 6 foot tall, weighing in at 120 pounds. With Chaos Fight Team from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Leonard Vigil. Referee is Oscar Martinez.
Oscar Martinez just finished with the Colorado State Muay Thai Championships tournament. Big weekend for that gentleman. My goodness, what a show he puts on.
And second time tonight already.
No days off for that man. Coming off a knee surgery somewhat recently.
Yes.
Glad to see he's got his mobility back.
Yeah, he's moving now. Seen Sullivan before. Oh, nice teep kick. Good takedown.
Sullivan takes a head kick, eats it well. Vigil going with some stabbing knees, but boy, did he take a hard left hand.
Yeah, boy, these boys are going
Man, they
at
are
it.
wasting no time.
And you know what? With a 2-minute round, this is what you love to see, JR, is going right at it.
Absolutely. Traditional Muay Thai. Take round one to get warmed up, get a feel for your opponent. Not so much right here this evening. I love it.
Sullivan with a big right hand and coming back with the left.
That was
That's
a slip.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm glad he didn't twist his knee there. That looked pretty wicked when he went down. Solid leg kicks. Man, at 6 feet tall, Vigil just able to snap those kicks in like a whip.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. 120 pounds and 6 foot.
These guys are getting after it.
Both of them are really scoring, JR.
You and I always talk about the speed in the lighter weight divisions, but look at the power these guys are putting into it, Todd.
There's no doubt. And you know what? Their power shots are they're braced right. They're throwing the correct angles. They're throwing the correct punches.
Good body positioning. Just really impressive Muay Thai. Man, for these two guys having one fight between them, what a show we are being treated to here.
Yeah, just folding the legs in. About 30 seconds left in the opening round. That was a fast and furious start. Let's see what their gas tank is.
Mouthpiece out. I'm going to take just a second to get that reinserted.
Oscar's like, you got to go all the way.
We're going to go ahead and get that rinsed off. Early in the evening, no blood on the mats yet, but still, guys been walking around in their feet.
Yeah, it'd be a little funky just to pop it right back in, right?
All right, I bet these guys get right back at it, much to our delight.
10 seconds left in the round.
Nice sliding kick there by Sullivan. Covers that distance well. Something we haven't talked about much is how Sullivan is managing the distance against such a tall fighter. And look at that, big smiles from both guys. I love it.
Both of them throwing big time.
It's exactly where they wanted to be this weekend.
Vigil standing in his corner. Both fighters are standing. Very even first round.
Great exchanges. One of those, the proverbial saying of, I would not want to be a judge here. And we're checking out the replay. Speaking of even exchanges, look at that. Both of them with body kicks. And then we're going to see Sullivan answer back to exactly what Vigil hit him with. Just a really nice, evenly matched round.
Yeah, good left hook. Sullivan doing a good job. And again, closing the distance. When you're giving up that range, when you got a taller fighter, that's tough to do sometimes. Made it look easy in the first round.
Our fight fans watching at home, you're going to hear Todd and I say this time and time again. Thanks, Vern Earwood, for putting this one together.
Oh, yeah. Even in fights already.
Feels like we're rolling quickly. This is fight number 4 already, Todd.
Yeah. 8 on the preliminary card, pre-preliminary card.
That's
quick
when you know
hands.
it's a good night, is when there's pre-preliminaries.
Yeah, that quick hands right there that you see from the Thrashers fighter, Matt Sullivan. Ooh, nice uppercut following with the left.
Vigil starting to set down on his punches even more. We talked about round number 1, the power these guys were throwing. Looks like Vigil trying to double up on it here in the second. That speaks mightily of his conditioning.
God, both these guys are just banging.
Beautiful foot positioning by Sullivan to check those kicks. Just turned his knee in a little bit, made Vigil hit with the top of his foot.
Oh, big left hook by Sullivan. More, please, is what his corner says.
Asking him to move forward, yeah. Vigil nonplussed by the antics of Sullivan. Sullivan wagging his tongue a little bit, getting a little Michael Jordan-esque there for a second.
Sullivan's really cranking down on those kicks to the legs, man, and bending down and really putting an effort into that to try to fold those legs in half. Good job going to the body then up top.
Well, I know that Chaos Fight team really well known for their leg kicks. That's something those guys really work on a lot, as well as the conditioning to be able to receive those kicks.
Oh, absolutely. That may be the bigger part of it. 10 seconds left in this round. Seconds going quick. Blazing right hand came off the shoulder.
Good time to throw a head kick right at the end. It could go right, it could go wrong, but why not take that chance with just a second or two left?
2 rounds and a really, really close fight.
Good back and forth action. Seeing some deep breaths out of Vigil. Not looking like he's gasping or anything, but just kind of showing that he's been in the fight. And I'm looking over at the corner of Sullivan. He seems uber relaxed. Corner of Vigil saying they want a little more work out of him. Want him to really get after it here, and not sure how much more getting after it there can be. Checking out the replay here, and pretty much a replay of what we saw in round number 1, which is just both these guys putting it on the line and having really even exchanges.
Yeah, and I can tell you who's ahead in this fight.
It's one of those you're just happy to sit ringside and watch. Little sportsmanship touch of the gloves, and then I'm going to punch you in the face. Yes, punchy kicky time. Little feint by Sullivan. Vigil answered it by showing the head kick.
Nice
beautiful
teep kick.
teep.
Yeah, really nice teep. You know, I'll tell you what. You look at Sullivan, does a great job of sliding through punches and be able to close distance. One right on the right hand. Boom.
Sullivan deceptive with his movement as far as working angles. Oh, groin shot there. Referee did not see it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Now he's going to call it a groin shot. I was going to say, Sullivan very deceptive with his angles and how little he moves, but it's very, very precise and really evades the punches, or just the fact that he's moving with the punch takes a lot off of it.
Yeah, and he closes distance well. It's all about distance. It's all about what your range is.
Yeah, especially when we're talking 5'7" versus 6 foot. That could be a substantial amount, but Sullivan dealing with it well. And I'm sure in his weight class, Sullivan doesn't see many fighters that are 6 feet tall.
No. Leonard's corner saying, hey, you got to go here.
Yeah, Vigil's coach wanting him to start to get after it. Oh, beautiful stepping in kick. That was brutal.
Yeah.
And you can see how it affects the footwork of Vigil almost immediately.
Yeah, that hurt. Oh,
beautiful.
Big left hand.
Probably the best punch of the fight by either fighter.
Yeah. Sullivan's really got that left hand going. It scored several times. You know, great feints, and he's, using footwork, and he's getting inside.
Yeah, both these fighters using everything. All their weapons. Almost staggered a little bit. Not sure if he just got wobbled in his footwork or if he was actually staggered from the punch.
And you don't see this a lot at 1-0 in a debut fight, but right now I'm seeing a little bit of difference in some experience in Matt Sullivan of what he has to do to win.
It's a good point, Todd. He's putting together a lot of the right motions to try to pull ahead here right at the end. Both these guys heard that 10-second clacker, and they're putting it out there.
Sullivan with a big right hand paw right at the end of that bad boy.
And look at that sportsmanship.
He's not going to see a lot of 6-foot guys at 120 pounds, JR.
That's for sure. I brought a new friend to the fights with me this evening. She's never seen combat sports before. I was telling her the number one thing you're going to be surprised about is the sportsmanship.
Oh, yeah.
And watching how these guys can stand there and try to render one another unconscious and then touch gloves and give each other a nod of the head and a shake of the hands after the fight.
The danger is when you bring somebody that fights for the first time and you go home with them, it's like Kato in the old movies, man. The Green Hornet movies, man. Kato sneaks out of everybody. He's going to attack you.
All right, checking out the replay here for round number 3. And I said it in round number 2. We're going to say the same for round number 3. Even back and forth exchanges.
If I had to sit there and pick somebody, it would probably be Sullivan. I think he landed a little more volume, and he had some bigger punches that landed, but really kudos to both fighters. And what I thought was interesting, and you see it in a lot of fights when you're a shorter fighter, some of those guys have a hard time getting in and making a difference in closing the distance, and Sullivan did a great job of that.
Sullivan had no such difficulties. If there was one criticism I would have of Vigil, it would be use your reach more. You're always going to have the reach advantage. Learn to take advantage of that tool.
And that will come as the fights come, JR.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like you and I said, it didn't seem like we were watching one fight worth of experience between these two guys. They looked like a couple of seasoned amateurs in there.
No, and all 4 fights, everybody's been in shape.
All right, Stewie has the judge's word on this one. The one that you and I didn't want to judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that 3-round battle, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges have scored this bout 29-28, 30-27, 30-27. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Matt Sullivan!
Congratulations to the Thrashers fighter out of Lafayette. Has an undefeated 2-0 record now. Mr. Matt Sullivan. Well done, sir. We'll look forward to seeing more out of you, young man.